I think they need, yeah, I was gonna say, I think they need to send the Corki mid now. I don't think Corki can lane into, you know, this Kog'Maw at all, and I love this Zig swap over. Reminder, we haven't really spoken about it too much.
Primal Surge, Velia looking to invade. Baus now potentially looking for some more flashes on forward for the slow. Velia gonna miss the spear because of a flashback, but it doesn't matter because the decimating smash knockup is still there for SLT. Uber goes to dodge away. Hit by that one. Flash on forwards and a nice gang topside. You called it out.
Ratones, but when the time came, when there were both 0 losses, it was Ratones that came up on top. And the same thing has happened pretty much all over again, right? They've beaten every other team in their group except for each other. And this is the big last task for either of them to lock that #1 spot.
I mean, you can count how many official losses LR have on one hand, it feels like this year. Yeah, we've seen some scrims, say, against the likes of Garm as Baus ints into the tower in tier 2 to get his passive out, clear another wave, and reset in time. From Sankux, who was bullying early on, of course. The difference between Corki Azir of years past and Corki Azir of now is there is no package, and Corki, generally speaking, a little bit more of an earlier skewed champion than he once was. Yeah, people are coming up strictly, but they've given it up, so SLT just drops half a wave to make that, and that's a little bit awkward. We'll just go pick up what he can. Glacier Fisher now drops to the Torre, who doesn't actually have his own ult available, so has to flash away. Hit by that Winter's Bite. Needs to dodge away from the spear by headbutting forward Velia onto the turret, eating a lot of damage. Senkux trying to turn it around. Valkyrie's forwards Velia up into the human form, but Danka now here. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Senkux flashing away. Nemesis doesn't get a chance to put down the ultimate. Danka looking for an angle, can't quite get in range of the twisted advanced Nemesis. Maybe forced to flash on out and does so as the smite comes on down.
This is not a problem that builds Spellbook, doesn't have the TP to come back in. And again, I feel like here, a little bit greedy from Velia, going towards the top side, taking the cracks means that you're later on around that river, and Verdant managed to secure themselves the Thirst Dragon. Or if anyone tuned in for the first game, Kedra was playing support, Reckless was playing as AD carry, but we're back to normal for Los Ratones as
Velia's top
Baus.
sides. Can look for some more. Out comes the potential turnaround. Well, then it comes on down. No flash. Does have a Deathbringer stance though. Damage onto Velia. It's brutal. Oh my days. The slow comes on forward. Q3 onto Baus. Grass keeps Baus alive. Jump forward. Loses it. Lich Base not enough. Another heal. And Baus has to leave as well. 1v2 secured by Aatrox. All right. There you go. That's how it's supposed to play. But now on the other side, Senkux in danger. Crowny going to be deleted a kill. Throws out that caustic spittle and picks up a kill onto the Corki.
Yeah, Nemesis finds the opening right there, uses the shuffle.
Passive with that satchel charge, can absolutely delete a turret in short order. Torret finds Baus here, headbutts him towards Danka, Twisted advance forward, Senkux over here, may well be donated the kill, comes forward with the Frost Bomb, begins to throw out some rockets and the Gatling gun. And Bausi, I don't really think has much of a way out of this. Nature's Grasp comes on forwards, doesn't quite catch Velia, who no longer has a top laner to really play around those Krugs. Get now potentially in danger. How aggressively do they want to play this? Not too bad. It's Crowny who TP's in. Baus,
he's going to start becoming more of a buff bot and less of a damage bot as the game goes on. You've got Azir and Kog'Maw becoming the primary carries.
Another Javelin toss, just free-aimed. And that's going to prevent this turret going on down. Unfortunate there from Senkux.
Oh, that was great. And that's exactly what you expect when you pick more of a power-eating carry over in the bot, and the Baus has found himself in a precarious situation once again.
Gets knocked out of his decimating smash, headbutted away. Senkux gets the kill. Did pick up the turret at the very least and a Heartsteel prop, but he means he's dead as this dragon is spawned, and so we might see Verdant might be in a spot of bother.
Yeah, Tori's coming though through the rotation. He does have the Solari as well, but he's not going to be there in time. He went around.
Took the wrong route. Unfortunate, an SLT. No, well,
no Tori's positioning. He's been spotted. He's been spotted.
Definitely could look for something. Nemesis now potentially in danger. Flashes to interrupt the Sifting Sands. Tries to get some value back, but Danka is just there to get on top of him. And they kill off the Azir. 11 CS means nothing in the grave. Atakan there. Do they want to start on it? Looking to clear up the wave instead.
Pinging. So I'm not sure what has happened there. Hold up.
Velia's in danger, he got picked up by the Maokai, and they pick up a kill on the jungler, and now they can do Atakan. Nemesis not up for another 15 seconds. Baus trying to keep this turret alive. Devon could look to short fuse it with that Satchel charge potentially, but I think Atakan is now going to be Verdant. Big pickups for the girls, or boys in green.
Girls and boys and everyone in between. Verdant have taken 2 kills for themselves. 2 questionable kills, I want to say. Again, Nemesis saw Tor on the top of the map, fell for the gank. Velia threw himself in as a Baus is trying to kill the cow right there, but you obviously can't milk those. Baus.
Ow. Oh my days, the last auto, can't quite get it. Bouncing bomb just wide, and Baus gets out alive. Can tell I've been casting G2 Hell recently. Changed my pronouns around out of nowhere. But there we go. Nemesis.
Okay, all being down. It's kind of bells ringing for Elara here. However, look at
Torre!
Look at Torre!
Jumps onto Cornball! Wonderful flank! And the bug is splattered. The bees are dead. Versalty needs to potentially back away, but they get a key. Players coming out to play. Great work from him. Baus going to try and come on in. What is he doing? Going to find some value. Look at Sankox on the flank. Trying to win 1v1, but Versalty not. A 3-man pulverized. Torre again. He was always an Alistair player. What value he finds. Green for Verdant and green for the absolute level of play.
Torre just walks straight in. Baus tries to find the flank, which means that the 4 versus 5 just suddenly becomes a 4v3 in favor of Verdant. And what a fantastic knockup right there as a have a continuation on live.
Getting a lot of damage, actually do get the kill though. Shutdown goes onto the Ziggs, but now Velia in danger as he's getting run out. Will take a camp away on the other side, but Torre is just waiting. Out comes the Infernal Chains, and it sends it straight down to hell. Velia down for the count.
Now that is a Baron that's still up and standing, right? 35 seconds for Sion on the side of LR is this Nidalee. She did so well in the early game, but I feel like, again, towards the late game, you kind of become a buff ball. Hold on, Torre again.
Put it into the wall. Exhaust, he can only run so far. Just about gets out of line, puts down the subject, but now down on 10% HP. May need to look back and TP back in. Danka throws out the Nature's Grasp. Baus now here. Where is the rest of the squad? SLT not here quite yet. Now he's beginning to TP. Going forward to Danka, buying space with the Twisted Grasp. Twisted Advance, I apologize, conflating some abilities again. Bramble smash down, Baus now potentially in danger. Why has he gone this direction? He tries to charge on forward, will get nowhere. He's about to fall. Dever manages to satchel charge away to safety, and they've killed off the Scion. Reckless and Nemesis slowed down, but not taken down. Torre loses a bit of his HP, but Baus doesn't really get all that much value and ends up falling there. A little bit over-eager from the top laner of LR. Baron is there. It's a lost Ratones trying to prevent Verdant from coming on in, throwing out some poke, and again, Crowny at 3-eyed saplings. Really obnoxious, this late game Ziggs, getting dangerous to manage. Nemesis on a flank angle, out comes the Nature's Grasp. Big stunt, trying to get some value, knock up at the Glacial Fissure. SLT makes himself a very scary world ender. Dragon secured, shuffle on 2, Sunkick tries to survive, will flash away. Nemesis in danger, who flashes out himself. Torres come back in, Nemesis in danger, and backed into the bouncing bomb. Crowny now in danger, he dies as well. Senkox is godlike. Velia will at least bring him down, but you lose one for the price
of one. Level 18, freshly dinked.
It's burning. And again, where is Dank? He doesn't have flash to get in here. How do you get to the damn pit? He won't be able to. They pull off the Baron, and they don't want to rush it or risk it. Nature's Grasp came on through. Look at the backline. SLT's TP'd in. Now he's in danger. Passive from Brawl. Comes on down on top of him, but he gets onto Reckless Death. Bring a stance. Gets so much healing back. Torre jumps onto Cornball, and Crowdy's down again. Baus can't buy enough space as SLT and Torre back away from the danger. The World Ender about to time out. SLT will Umbral dash a little bit further forward. Danka potentially being run at by Baus and Velia. But they can't get more. They lose the AD carry, and LR again struggling to connect fully on kills.
A quick reminder right here, we mentioned earlier on how it's difficult for Aatrox. Hold on.
That's
SLT?
a 3v1.
All right,
yeah, won't find too much more. Okay,
we mentioned how it's difficult for Aatrox to actually play these fights, right? Brawl, Sion, make it really difficult for you to stick on a target. Talking about sticking on a target, I think they stuck onto Nemesis and took him down.
It did. They just found the value. Torres there again joins up with his former Splice player and heads straight towards some victory. Now we're heading on towards the Baron. Nemesis down, Crowny down. Crowny does have TP, but he's not alive for another 10 seconds. So I think this Baron is just Verdant's for the taking.
Absolutely. Again, I feel like Torre has been doing a fantastic job right here, but his most important job is keeping that Nidalee out of the pit, and no one is really doing this. SLT is now going to pop the ult to chase Velia out. Torre might give his life away to keep the rest of the LR members out. That's going to be a Baron for Verdant. And about 1,000 gold. Scary situation because Baus was sort of trying to split Verdant, but here comes Torre, playing on the flank. It's gone.
Dragon secured. They are a little late to come over and contest, a bit too preoccupied with Baus. We've said that before, but wait, the Mega Blast Cone extends the potential players. LR now on the wrong side of the map, trying to put down the Sun Disc. Look to play around that, get the wave shut.
Keep that one away. Nemesis is still on the bot side. He still has TP. I feel like Verdant are looking to pull the TP from Nemesis, but it's not necessarily going to be the case. They're just trading soul for Baron. They're looking. Verdant is just actually looking to use that Baron potential to end the game, because if you don't end the game on that Baron, you've traded something that permanently stays in the game for something that's temporary right now. So he's 4.5 items fully into the game.
Difficult to figure out as it stands, but Verdant heading on to these tier 2s. Finally beginning to get a little bit more pressure on the map again. It has been a little bit tentative again, and we have criticized Verdant.
Tools to pick anyone up from the side of Verdant. So unless Verdant find a pick somewhere, somehow, in some way, then it's just so difficult to play this. They're gonna use the Maokai ult for an outer tower, and that's all she wrote.
You get it. Baus has got over 10,000 HP, I think. How many segments to his name? That Heartsteel's got 700 odd stacks. He is really, really obnoxious, getting increasingly hard to kill purely by virtue of the amount of HP he's got.
Even though Verdant were feeling very confident before,
Here we
Baus
go.
is going to be ulting in. The flash coming through from Devon.
Hang on, he's got a lot of HP, but there's still a lot of percent HP damage with what's on Verdant. Red buff on LR, not on the other side. They've started up Elder. Verdant, you need to come and fight. You cannot be left caught out as the Nature's Grasp comes on forward. Velia in danger. He's not in the pit right now. Trying to run this one down. Redemption spotted out. Baus is dead. Settledy in the backline. Knock up on Nemesis. Goes golden. But for how much longer can he survive? Gets knocked up again. Slides away. Survives. Baus's zombies doing work. But what about the Elder? It's been leashed and Verdant are on it.
It's a 50-50. Velia still around. Unless they kill Velia, it's a 50-50 forever.
They can get in there. It's won by Danka. But what about the fight afterwards? They've killed Velia off as well. 2 people dead for Verdant. Sorry, for Lost Ratones.
Torrents come from the bot side. Throws Nemesis into the open arms of the rest of the
your internet provider. Those saplings this late in the game as well really do sting a bit. Trying to break their way through. LR doing their very best to just delete waves as they come. SLT.
So they're trying to build up the wave over on the tops of the map, right? So by the time that LR step up to break it, they won't be able to do that just in time. So the Maokai route will be used for the top lane zoning to take that tower, and by that time the mid lane wave has crashed in. That is 2 towers down for Verdant and 1 inhibitor.
The inhibitors just disappear in the blink of an eye. If Verdant get to auto the turrets they go, you can see why LR were forcing those waves away, because with all of the AP, hang on, Torrent gets on top of Velia, gets the stun with the trample, in comes the Mega Inferno Bomb! Burn is brutal, but I think the Elder timed out just long enough that that won't be the execute. Senkux eats a few soldiers, but that will give the inhibitor nonetheless to Verdant. 2 down.
Very shallow. This shallow that actually Sion has to TP in to actually help them get inside this river.
Ziggs has Scorch. Nemesis has Gathering Storm. Oh boy, will that be a difference maker? SLT gonna get out as there was a flash blown. Will survive, but down that key summoner. Elder number 2. We go again. It was supposed to end with the last one. It has not. 53 minutes on the clock. And it comes to this again.
Verdant have to be very decisive because Nemesis is pushing that mid lane wave as well. They have to play decisive. They have the engage in their hands. Torrent, for the first time, is not playing for a flank. He's playing to keep LR out. SLT is the one looking to get into the backline.
Reckless's body blocking him off, slides back into the pit, down to half HP. Keep your eyes on it, 120 extra AP from that Gathering Storm on Nemesis. Going to charge on in, going for the fight. Baus in danger, Glacial Fissure comes on down. Massive Mega in front of him on the back of the Crowning Bridge. It's taken by Velia! He fights the fight, but what happens afterwards? Baus getting killed, Heartsteel proc to Verdant. All of the hard work goes up in flames. The dragon screams in defiance and push and pull. It does not give a flying damn. Lost Ratones will not be exterminated. A quadra kill to Nemesis. The rats continue, numerous and overrun Verdant in the moment it matters.
We said it doesn't matter who wins the fight, it matters who gets the dragon, and it's Velia coming through with a 50-50 to save the rats.
Nothing on God's green earth or the Summoner's Rift can bring Lost Ratones down. 4-0 in groups of Verdant. It is heartbreak, pure and simple. 55 minutes on the clock. Lost Ratones win the game.
Damn.